I don't know what's happening with this music. Oh, let me get yeah, closed captioning turned on. Now, normally, I would have started in the other stream scene, but I totally spaced it this time. That gives you, you know, that gives you time to like get ready, kind of, oof, psych yourself up. Yeah. Ooh, ooh. All right, here we go. Test stream up. Make sure everything is perfecto. Wow, I really did that. I just typed escape with a X, which, you know, that doesn't do much for us, boys. All right, Stardew Valley. I gotta change the song. This is gonna kill me, dude. It was like, what did I put it on? Epic, which is gives like sea shanties and stuff. I just wanted to see what would happen, you know. The elevator. We'll do synthwave, I guess, for now. I only have like 6 songs that I can actually use because I've been streaming to YouTube and Twitch. Although after this week, I'm pretty sure I'm going to drop streaming on YouTube. It doesn't do much for me, and it doesn't really seem worth it, to be honest with you. To be completely honest. Oh, I gotta change one more thing here. Sorry. Turn that off. Alright. Ah, geez, you know what I did again, too? I forgot to start up Decrypt. Or, wow, not Decrypt. Stream Tunes. We are going to work on this again, but I don't know when, because I'm not really sure where I want to go. Yeah, I know I didn't start it. I messed up. Oh, now it's gonna wait forever to get started. What is this song? I don't want this. Garbage. Alright, it's not working. We'll try again. Oh no! My internet. It's cutting out, boys. My internet is cutting out. Alright, here we go. So now in about 2 seconds, anybody that has ever joined Stream Tunes should be able to get in. Hey, there it is. I'm gonna change mine too. Avatar to 2. Mostly just because that the goblin really just doesn't cut it. Alright, so we are, I think, ready to go. Normally I get this all done ahead of time. Okay. There we go. Stupid. Chat windows up. Ooh. Alright, sorry, I had to pull the chat up. Last time I missed a chat on YouTube, so I felt really bad for like 2 days after that. I don't know if purple's a color actually on here. Let me check. Let's have a little look-see. I think it's tune controller actually. Purple is not, but magenta is. Just my luck, yeah, for real. If I can direct your attention to this, these are the acceptable colors. It's red, green, yellow, gray. Both. Oh, I was supposed to do both spellings. Oh yeah, both spellings of gray. For all the UK fucks out there. Black, blue, cyan, magenta. Oh, purple is out there. I lied. But I don't know if purple's any different than magenta, so. We can close this, actually. Anyway, that's not what we're here for. We're here to work on the Boba mod for Stardew Valley. So the number one thing we need to do this time is we want to get buffs actually working, because in the original like release, I didn't have any buffs whatsoever. Which means technically that it's actually worse to upgrade to boba tea rather than just green tea. Because green tea does provide extra nutrition. So, we are gonna look at that. I need to find an example though, and I think I have one. Where is it? I want to say it's in more recipes. Not the mail. Edible buffs right here. This is what we want. So we just need to take this and bring it on over into the ones we want. So we'll close these other things. Actually, we'll close others. And we'll close other... Actually, we'll close everything over there. Alright. So, yeah. The mod system for Stardew Valley is actually really simple. It's literally just JSON files. For the most part. You need a graphic to go in with it, and bada bing, you're set. So for green tea boba, actually we had some notes. I need to find my notes. Please tell me these notes are indexed. Yes. Maybe. Hold on. Maybe. Ah, hold on. I know I have it. The buffs are missing. Speed boost. Okay. So, we had just discuss some possible buffs. Can you guys see text? It looks like you can see the text. No tie. Hey, come on, come on. We can add Thai T Boba. What's Thai T Boba? Surprisingly. Yeah, I'm sure. What, I guess a better question is, what the hell is Thai tea? Thai tea, iced Thai tea recipes. All right, so we're gonna get into this. It does look good. Less sugar. I just want to know what is in here. Do you make this spiced tea with condensed milk? So, next question for a tea. You live in Japan, all right? You got all the tea you want. What is spiced tea? Specific. I'm a noob. I'm a simple guy. Surprisingly, it is tea. With spices. What spices? You putting cinnamon in there? What are you doing? I must know. Wait, I already have this open somewhere. Alright, we're gonna add it in here. But I swear to Bob, if it's not worth my effort, I'm coming for you. Look into. Yeah, it looks good. Everything that I saw looked really good. So, adding Thai tea boba. I'm gonna hit up, what was that place called? Dragon Boat. Just for you, buddy. Haven't been there in many a moon. Enhancement. All right. So for the coffee boba, we want to add speed. You know what? What do we say? Pay, blah blah blah. Add the buffs. What is a coffee? What does the base coffee do in Stardew Valley? Buffs. Okay, so regular coffee just gives speed +1 for about 90 seconds. So we'll do 120 seconds and speed of 2. Get this trailing comma. feel free to pipe up if there's any objections to the buffs. Alright, so iced coffee as a buff. Let's give green tea boba a buff. Did I put it above or below recipe? Okay, above. I'll keep it consistent. My green tea. Just buff attack and defense by 1, actually. That sounds about right. Grape. Yeah, cyan. Cyan sus. Grape seems like a foraging kind of buff. That's what I'm feeling there. Cherry. Do farming. And obviously we can come back through here and buff the buffs at any time. Oh man, did I change the other one? What did I do, cherry? Yeah, see, glad I caught that. I'm also not watching YouTube chat again. I'm going to get screwed. Although, nobody's really watched YouTube, so I'm not really sure how detrimental it would be. Right now, we have, like, nothing. Oh, nope, that's not what we wanted. Yeah, I don't think we have anybody picking me up on YouTube, which is fine. Ooh, we do have some nice pixelation going on with Twitch, so hopefully that's just on my end. Ooh. Alright, so for strawberry, I'm thinking... Why not luck? We can do some luck, right? Alright, so that was one I definitely had to get in. Because it was kind of bothering me that the turning into boba tea was actually worse than just leaving it as green tea. Added buffs. So this is another nice thing about having the actual desktop thing is I can just type in and it will like give me IntelliSense for the issues. So if I hit pound, it'll bring up the current issues. You can't really see it right now, but it brings up the current issues and then I can click on it. Say that I fixed number 5, and when I push that up, number 5 is gonna disappear. Or it's supposed to disappear. Maybe I have to use the actual term fixed number 5. Yeah, I think I do. Alright, we'll close this though. Okay. So the next thing was getting goat milk to work, because right now you can't craft it with goat milk, which is kind of annoying. And I think to fix that, I can change the object to -6, is what I keep seeing get used. So we'll try that. We'll close others. Maximize this out. I know at the very least this makes it so you can use all sizes of milk, but it might not make it so I can use goat milk. So I might have to like look into that, which is fine. I'm gonna have to see if I can get a place with Thai boba tea delivery around me. Okay, I want to try this before pushing it up, actually. So StarDew Valley. Where the hell? Oh, here it is. Alright. So now we'll dump the old version of the mod and pop the new one over. We'll see if that works. Maybe. 50-50. Hey! Got him. I knew there was a thing you could do up there. I saw it on a video today and I was like, oh yeah. Try that out. Did we load? Boba Cafe. Okay, we're good. And I think I already have the recipes on this character, but I'm not 100% sure. So we're gonna hope for that. I'll check YouTube comments here again, just to make sure. Oh. So far, so poorly. Okay. Well, that's gone poorly. Let's try that one more time. I'm hoping this works with goat milk because I really don't want to have to like do the research to figure out how to get it to work with multiple recipes. Maybe. Alright, I'm not 100% sure I have the recipes, but we're gonna check it out either way. Okay, we do. Milk any. So if I put in some goat milk. What the heck is this? I'm putting that on later. Goat milk. Large goat milk. Alright, that does work. Perfection. Alright, let's put this on our head to see what the heck this is. How did I forget how to play this game? Jeez. Yes! I don't know if this is obtainable in the game, but I gotta figure it out, dude. Alright, man, take it easy. I'm gonna look and see if I have any fop places near me that will do it. There's one up the street I've been actually wanting to try for a while, so we can use it as a test. Fixed. Number 6. I need to look and see if there's like a guide somewhere with all the, I guess you could call them short codes or identifiers that let you change it to like milk any, things like that. I've not found such a list yet though. Alright, so that works. Oops, I closed the wrong one. Damn it. We will close this bad boy. Alright, and now we can have a little look and see what we can do next. Another thing that's kind of bothered me is my terrible writing. And honestly, looking at these, I can't really come up with any better way to write these out. Every time I have to write up something for work, I'm like, good luck, whoever reads this. Okay. And peek around here. Make sure I'm checking the chats. Of course they're playing Borderlands 3 now. Tell you what. Honestly, I think that's good enough for a release. I need to check the buffs. I actually forgot to look at that while I was in there. So let's take a look. Duolingo messing with me up. And like the second you go back to their website, like even just for like 1 second to look around, they immediately start pestering you again, which is good, but it's also kind of annoying. Okay, so the buffs are working. I'm not sure if 2 is enough of a buff, like... Oh, actually that's pretty fast. Oh my god! I haven't been over here in a while. Alright, well. even know I had a goat, to be honest with you. Oh, what the hell's in here? Wow, I didn't even realize I had this little area. Huh. Alright. Well, that's that. Can buff stack? No. I think I'm gonna buff the duration of them a little bit more, and then we'll probably do a release. I think 180. Because that's a big enough buff that I think it's worth, like, actually trying to get it. Why did that not get modified? Yeah, whatever. And then to do a release, it is easy peasy, squeezy lemons. Actually, one more thing we need to do is update the manifest files here. And just to briefly explain that versioning, basically the last one is just for minor tweaks. This one is for like features getting added, and this one is for features that get added that are potentially breaking. You can honorary for number 1 though. Like for version 1, you make it like an honorary thing. It doesn't necessarily need to be a breaking change. Alright, so now that that is up, we zip this. And we come in here and do a release. Draft a new release. Here we go. 0.5.3. And then write up a little description. So easy peasy, squeezy lemons, man. Actually, one thing I need to check just real quick. Green tea. Well, StarDew. Ooh. That's still that's a hard sell to upgrade then. I kind of want to buff it even further then, if this is the case, because this just doesn't look enough of a buff. Because you get 30 max energy for 4 minutes 12 seconds, which I think is like a little over 4 hours of game time. What do I buff though? For now, we'll keep it, but I think I will buff it after a little while. I'll probably want some feedback. I'll try and poke around. Basically, I want them to be at a point where they're worth crafting, like before you go into the skull caverns. Wow. I don't really like that all caps, but it is what it is. No. Alright, and that's all there is to it. You push the release. And then you come in here, go to files, or manage files. Alright, here we go. The interface for this website isn't amazing, but it's not terrible either. This is actually something I really like about the website is you can have all the version changes listed out pretty easily. And then you can just come in here and copy what you got. So I'll probably try and get another version out pretty soon. I need to actually look at the next thing, which is T-Station integration. I actually need to look at all the things that T-Station does to figure out how it's gonna integrate with what we have. Which I suppose we can get started with. Just a brief little peek around, you know? See what they've got. Okay, this is pretty cool. This is actually kind of sick. Okay, so it doesn't really have much on its own. Like, it only has these two that you can craft from it. Which is kind of surprising to me, honestly. Wait, so what is it? That one only gets enabled when there's another mod, a certain other mod installed. So let me look at this. The producer rules, I'm assuming, is where the meat is. Ah, yes. I think with this mod, it would actually require them to do the integration. 90% sure that that is what it would take, which is fine. Like, it'll still work with the green tea that comes out of this mod. Like, whatever people put into the producer or the tea station, if you make green tea out of the tea station, it will work with the boba. But I wonder if we could add, like, a fresh corn tea boba, or fresh corn boba tea and cherry blossom boba tea. I'm just trying to look at these. Okay, so for us, integration would probably look like just making boba variants of these, which wouldn't be too terribly difficult, but I don't know what happens if I add a recipe or an item that isn't actually producible. Like, so they've got black tea right here, and I'm not 100% sure that I can enable that in to make like a black boba tea without something tricky going on, because I'm pretty sure it'll just air out. Check YouTube chat here. Alright, we're good. I gotta always check because I'm always worried I'm gonna miss another one. I'm trying to think how this would need to work. I could do it to where it looks for tea station, but then if you had tea station installed but not more tea, then that would cause issues. Let me look. What are his requirements? So this one isn't open source either. So like for us, if somebody wanted to add a boba tea for their mod, like say the Cherry Blossom guys, for Cherry Blossom Cafe, say these guys wanted to add a boba mod or boba compatibility. Wow, Boba Cafe compatibility. They could actually come in, take a look at our code, download the code, make the changes to make it work, and then do a pull request, which would then alert me to kind of take a look at it. And then if everything is on the up and up, then I can merge it in, and bada bing, they've added compatibility from their mod without even having to do anything on our side. We just have to approve it, basically. Alright. Some illegal sites are stealing my mods. I'll probably try and hit this guy up and just see what we can do. Deleted an image? Unbelievable. Oh yeah, I stole it and put it up there too. I'm sorry. I just felt it should be showcased. Alright. Alright, with that I think we are ready to swap. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to swap over. We're going to do a little bit of cleanup on Flex State AI. I need to get that cleaned up so that it is ready to go into Decrypt on Thursday. Wait, what day is it? Yeah, Thursday. When I stream, I'm gonna work on integrating it. But today and tomorrow, I've got to get it cleaned up. But I'm changing the title. Oh, I needed to look at that actually, because I installed Unity on my. Okay, it is 17 F1. I installed Unity on my laptop, and I wasn't sure what version to use. I never even tweeted out that I was streaming. I've messed up. Well, Unity's up. I was gonna say while Unity's loading, we'll do it. We're doing it anyways, I don't care. Whoa. Sorry, trying to get that out. I forgot to do it. I forgot. I'm terrible at PR. And we'll post a link to the updated Boba Cafe too. Because people that follow me, luckily, have zero expectations from me. I don't know if it's kosher to tweet in rapid succession like that, but boy oh boy, we did it. Alright, so we've got our main idiot here. And I ended up breaking down last time I worked on this, and unfortunately, we had to call it. We're gonna have like kind of hard coded things for the health, because I couldn't think of a way to like have it be plug and play. Like I couldn't think of a way to like one of the systems, it didn't matter which one, was gonna require a manual intervention. So like either the health system would have to register with the AI system, or the AI system just has to be aware of the health system. And basically, if I have a pretty generic health system that I use for most games, and even though the way the health works changes a lot, like from game to game, I just realized this is still... Oh wait, no, this thing is just straight up broken. It just doesn't work. I just changed the battery in their light remote, and it just... Sick, boy. Anyway, I'm pretty consistent with how my health systems function, as far as like they always have a damage function, they always have an is dead function, and they can start to always have a health check function to be compliant with this, so it's not really a big deal. Alright, so we are going to take a little look-see. He should just start wandering around. So we added a couple of more, like a couple of additional, I guess, settings in him. So what they have the capacity to do now is, if one enemy sees the player, they can actually alert nearby enemies within like a 10-meter radius. So then it's not stupid like you walk into a room and you can fight one at a time. They kind of will all see you and start to like attack. I do need to make that configurable though, because I'm assuming at some point I'm going to get annoyed by it and probably turn it off, because it's not really amazing game design. But cool. Alert peers. It's it. Ears of enemy. And I realize also that this has kind of been going down a rabbit hole where I don't really need this kind of AI, really. But I've already kind of gone through it, so it's not really anything I can do at this point. Like, one thing we learned last stream was definitely that I don't need this kind of advanced AI, like any kind of like really any kind of thought processing really for the AI. Like, they just need to be simple, like 3-state like nothings, like where they just wander around and start whooping your ass the second they see you. That's all that needs to happen. Like, I could probably have gotten rid of the patrol state, the flee state, and just left the original ones and taken out a lot of the functionality for them. It just doesn't need it. Alright. Another thing I'm really like on the cusp of doing, like I am right there, it wouldn't take much work, is adding the ability to have factions. So then I could say these AI belong to this tribe, these AI belong to this tribe, and if they see each other, they will whoop each other's asses just like they would the player. And I've been really tempted to do that because I actually started down that path already. I just didn't finish. I like kind of dropped it halfway through. Didn't matter. So I'm considering turning that back on, but I'm not sure. It would be a little bit of work. In the meantime, I need to make sure... actually, this could probably get removed. Okay. I need to make sure that they actually will attack and do damage and things like that. So we are going to... add our health script to the dummy player and just make sure that it works. Alright, so there he goes, chasing, chasing, chasing. And we're going to see if he does damage. Nope, he sure doesn't. I mean, he's trying. Is he losing health? What's happening to him? Nothing. Alright, so let's figure out what's going on in the attack state. So when we go... we are gonna do a little bit of extra debug work here. Debug.log target.name. And then actually we're going to take away this sphere collider. And that should do the trick. Oh. Alright, so he should start doing some damage. Assuming he actually gave him damage. That might be the other issue. The example, flex state settings. Alert range. We're going to set that to 10. We are going to let him alert peers. Attack damage is not enough, so we're going to do attack delay 0.5. And I'll need it. This needs to be updated and cleaned up the most, I think. Alright. So we added that. This should work now. Mm-hmm. Alright, there we go. So he does attack the player loses health. The animations aren't accurate, but the animations can be made accurate. It's just about timing how long the actual animation is, and then setting it up correctly in the settings, which I just haven't done. One thing Nah, we're doing it. We're making it happen. We're going to add the faction thing because someday I will use this AI for another game, and I will regret not adding it in because by then I will have become too inept to add it to this code base. So I'll forget how to do it. So if we go into our wander state, right, we're going around, we're looking around. So we do a chase state transition check. And what we do is we pass in what the hostile tags are, what our kind of transform position is, how far we can detect people, and what angle we can detect people. And then in here, sorry, chase state. In here, what we do is we get an overlap. We do physics overlap sphere, so we get all the objects within a sphere around us in our detection range. Then we get a list. So we have all the colliders within that range, right? And then later we come through and we loop through them if there's less than 10. If there's more than 10, then we ignore it because we're not going to spend a bunch of time processing. And I put these upper limits on here to basically make sure that you're not going to get wrecked. Actually, what is this? I think. Oh, man. So it did not have a limit. It actually was done incorrectly. Now it has limits. It must be less than 10 and must be greater than 0. So we get our colliders, and then we check every collider to make sure that it has a tag that we care about. And if it does, then we add that tag to our list of process colliders. And then down here, we process them. And it's not super expensive calculations, but it's like, it could get expensive if you had a lot of objects in the scene. So that's why I try to pare them down here. Or I guess up here. I try and limit the number of tags and objects that are going to actually get scanned. Just because, I mean, this math isn't crazy, but doing it every frame can get rough if we had a bunch of objects in the scene. So what that means, though, is it is really only looking for a specific tag, which is configured in here. It's looking for hostile tags of player and patroller. So I had two AI types in mind that I was going to make. I was going to make a wanderer and a patroller to see who has got the chops, right? Like, let them fight each other and stuff. Have a little bit of fun. But there is one slight issue. It would work, except with the new feature where you can alert your peers that you've found some assholes. And that is done in both the Wander state and should be done in the Patrol state too. But I did not add it to the Patrol state yet, so we need to do that. Patrol state just straight up hasn't gotten any love. So we're going to bring all this over into the Patrol state. Hold on. So this actually needs to get some changes done to it too, because that's a little stupid. Okay. Ridiculous. Flex state agent. And then if agent is not null, then we'll go ahead and say if agent dot game object dot tag is the same as if it's the same as my tag, then we're gonna do something about it. And actually, we're going to put this check at the very, very beginning because otherwise we just straight up don't care. So if the object has the same tag as us, then we know, hey, they're probably one of my teammates. All right, so this is a lot of logic here, but it will work. This is what we want. So basically, this is going to say, if we're alerting all our peers, then go ahead and do a overlap sphere and get all of the colliders within our alert range, right? Using me as a reference position. Then, if we have less than 10 objects that we're going to try and alert, then we can loop through them. We're going to go through each collider that we find and check that they're on the same team as we are, basically. If they are, we're going to get a hold of their agent class, and as long as we actually can get a hold of their agent class, then we're going to let that class know, hey, there's a new target, we got to go. And it goes ahead and lets the new agent know whose ass that needs to get whooped. So we need to bring this over to the wander state. Right here. And we're going to test it. I don't want to do red versus blue. That seems a little political right now. So we're going to do green versus purple, I think. We're going to say this guy is a patroller. And we're going to get a purple. And there we go. We've got a patroller and a wanderer. Now we also need to update our wanderer config, so we need to have a patroller config. And put that on our patroller here. Now the patroller config is different in that it uses patrol instead of wander for the wandering type. They will also attack wanderers when they see them. We're actually also going to change the alert range down to 3 because I want to see if it works, but I don't want it to be like, we'll change it to 5. I don't want it to be like, oh my god, this is the only way. Alright, we'll put a couple more wanderers in here. I really hope this works because I don't 100% know if it will. So there should be 10 wanderers. Actually 11. So these guys should duke it out. All right, we're gonna watch some carnage here. I don't know if this is gonna work. It's not gonna work. And here's why. They don't have any colliders on them. So we're gonna do little capsule colliders. We're gonna do 0.3 and point. Yeah, that's small enough. It doesn't need to be huge. It just needs to be a collider. Yeah. Okay, now it should work. What do we got on our phone? Okay, so yeah, there you go. The first fight. Where they're breaking out and fighting. Oh, it's absolute carnage. Oh my, oh, that purple one died. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, what? He died for no reason. Oh, dude. Oh, he's done. They ganged up on him. Oh, jeez. Oh, he's trying to go to the safe. They're trying to heal. Oh, they're trying to go to the safe area and try and heal up a little bit. Oh, it's going to be carnage. Oh, they aren't even paying attention. They don't even care. We got to do the flea target. We're going to move that over to the other side of the map. Get these bad boys to fight some more. Oh, flea target doesn't update. Alright, so we did get an error. Oh, we got a bunch of errors. Object of type transform was destroyed, but you're still trying to access it. Okay, so for chase state, if it ain't null, we'll actually do it. Technically, we could just move this to the bottom, but I'm being lazy right now, and I don't really feel like doing it. YouTube's trying to let me know I'm live on my channel. I haven't checked the YouTube comments in a second, so, let me tell you what. I've been real bad about it, so. Alright. That was funny. I can't believe how well that worked. So a couple of things. We need flea state to always... Oh yeah, we did want to do a check. Okay, so... if target is not null, okay, so there's a couple of things that need to happen in the flea state. So if vector 3 dot distance between flex agent object position and target position is greater than config dot safe distance, So flee state goes into... Oh, I already have this. It's fine. We actually need to get rid of it because that's not how we want it to work. This needs to work like the idle state does, where we check what type that we are and transition to the proper one. Alright, so we'll put that in here. If the wander type matches what we need, we go to that wander type. There's no reason to muddy the water, right? This is kind of ugly. I don't like it. We will probably clean this up. But if the target got destroyed, or if we are far enough away, then we go back to our proper state. If we die, we go to that state. And otherwise, what we're going to do is say... Now let's see if I have a math brain, then if I can even do anything useful. So for this, it's going to work similar to the wander state, where basically I want to take the opposite direction, right? So what we're going to do is vector 3 opposite direction equals this dot flux agent object dot transform dot position minus target. Yeah, we'll bring in the target. Wait, can I... Do I just have access to it? I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay, yeah, target dot position dot normalized. And I think this is the direction that we need to go in. Alright, and then we will say yeah, we're gonna opposite direction plus equals... I don't know if this is going to be right. This is kind of a stupid thing to do here, but I'm not really thinking about it. I'm just kind of writing it out, you know? Nav mesh hit nav mesh dot sample position opposite direction out mesh hit out out hit actually this should work just like as it is. Opposite direction, and then we'll do do 10. And do the area mask of 1. And return hit dot position. And that should work. And what we'll do is we'll say agent dot destination equals get opposite. Will that work? Who the hell knows? But it'll be better than them just running over here. So this fixes a couple of issues that we had. So we're going to let them duke it out again. And hopefully it will be at least slightly comical. Alright, the first fight broke out. Oh, the other guy doesn't even know what's happening. Oh, they're just fighting. Oh, they're just going nuts. Nuts, dude. No errors so far, but a lot of warnings. Oh, yeah, a lot of warnings. Ooh. It's okay, though. We can keep going. They can still fight. They are running away. Running for their lives, dude. Oh, jeez. Oh! Yep, they're done. Oh, done, done. Oh, a lot of fights going on right there. It looks like purple's gonna win. There's a lot of purple left. Oh! Purple has the downside, though. They are just trying to go for their wandering targets. So it's hard for them to just stumble upon. It's like, see, this guy's... this guy's chasing him, and this guy's chasing him. You get like a little train going on. And they can hit. It looks like they do hit you while you're like running away, which is fine. Like, it is what it is. It looks like the running away mechanic is working well too, because they seem to be just running away from people, but it's hard to tell what state they're in, right? Like, it's hard for me to discern who's actually in a flee state, like without actually checking their health. Who's this guy? Who's this guy? Okay, he was about to start running. Only one error. That's not bad, honestly. There's only one wanderer left. he's just off in his own little world, dude. Look, he survived. Jesus, the purple guys put in work, and there wasn't even a reason for him to. So we're gonna buff the speed of the green guys, right? And we're also gonna buff the health I should put movement speed. Actually, no, it is in here. Okay, so patroller. We want their run speed to be like 2.5. We want them a little bit faster than the purple guys. Or the... No. These get... The patroller? Patroller needs to go to 2. Sorry. 2 and have a little more health. Alright? We'll do that in the other one. It's 2.5. Alright, and then the purple guys need to have 13 health, which is effectively 14 health, but I want to see somebody actually run. Okay, we'll see if this makes a difference in the outcome. It is interesting that changing the speeds like that ended up with more balanced fights. It seemed like it was there's a lot of one-on-one fights there for a second there. That also could have just been coincidence. This is kind of fun. Honestly, I I'm gonna have to make a game just around this. I know something exists. What is it called? Tabs. But this is great. This is funny. And I'm not sure what's going on there. I have a feeling we have a bunch of errors. What's happening with these idiots? Alright, so this guy's gotta be fleeing. Yeah, he was fleeing. He got stuck. So he's trying to access what? This guy is stuck or what? What's his deal? What is this guy's deal? So are these guys trying to like attack each other? I'm a little confused as to what's going on. Okay, so they're actually trying to flee. They're both fleeing. Okay, so there seems to be some there seems to be a bug in the flee mechanic still. Which is fine. It's not a big deal. It is nice that I can have different factions and put in different parameters for those factions. It is, as we discussed on Sunday's stream, it is way overkill for Decrypt, but I'm not really going to complain about it. Like, oh no, I accidentally made a system that's a little more robust than we need. Oh no. Because you can tune out some of the robustness too. So it is what it is. I'm just waiting to see. I want to see what the result is. I think a lot of them are fleeing now, and it's not really working, but... It looks like purple wins again, even though green had the speed advantage. So, and what that did for green... Oh, jeez. He just whooped his ass. Flea might get cut. I think it would be fine in Decrypt. But Flea might get cut. And the reason for that is because it kind of introduces some unpredictability. But I guess that's fun? What I should do is add a different animation for it. We'll see. I'm trying to think of what else needs to really be changed. We'll run this again, actually. Alright, so we've got double the idiots, and we'll put the camera up here. Align with view. And we will set the quality. Project settings, quality, shadow distance. Where is shadow distance? Seriously, what the hell? Is it in the pipeline settings? Graphics, pipeline. Distance. 150. Alright, so we're going to let them fight it out. So a couple of other things that I need to consider is I think it would add something to the game to have like a particle effect that plays for each of the animations. Or at least have an optional one, right? It's like charging the player can have like the angry little squiggles, right? Like the anime anger symbols or whatever. Oh no, the vein. The veins, the like vein popping out. So I think that'll be I think that'll be what I use there. And then for like fleeing, you could have like sweat coming off of them, right? They're running away, trying to get out of that situation. So yeah, I think that'll be an easy one to implement. I need to look into these warnings. I'm pretty sure they're warnings that I coded in, but I need to look at them either way. So after this round, we'll see. It looks like green might win this time. Green's kind of running away, though. There's a lot of fleeing going on from green. I don't really understand. They seem to stop in the middle there when they're fleeing. The fleeing isn't bad. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. They don't really do things that make sense, but I think that adds a little character to them, honestly. But this is good. I'm actually really happy with the way this turned out. This system is miles and miles and miles ahead of the system that I have. And then the next thing really is going to be redoing that goblin and his animations. I know it's not... Hold on, let me... It's not really on the roadmap. Hold on, let me check the roadmap. I have like an actual physical roadmap that I put behind me here. Alright, so looking at this, I'd almost say I'm actually kind of ahead of schedule, sprint-wise, because when I originally wrote the roadmap, I had... Are they both fleeing? See, it doesn't really make sense. I don't understand how they're getting stuck in this kind of, like, quasi-fleeing state. Um, anyway, so for the roadmap, what I had initially planned was that the variants would happen later. Like I think Sprint 14 is or 15 is what I originally planned. And I know Sprint 9 has gone on forever, right? But um, it should be finished up this week, honestly, if we can get this AI in and implemented and working. If we look at the Trello board, let's just have a little look. AI rework, honestly, like we've got all the states in. The only thing we don't have is the drop item compatibility, but that will happen with a death callback. Right, and then get the project back to a maintainable state. Sorry. We're pretty much there on that one too. This is fixed. This is fixed. The motherfucking goblins were the root cause. I haven't actually looked at this in a little while, so we can save that, finish it up, get the project back to a maintainable state. I'd say I've done that. So, testing control to see if it works. Okay, so this, okay, we do have a couple more things. This one, look at this. Look at this. Figure out what an item rewrite would be. That's what I had in here. Oh, I'm not going down that road again, I don't think. I might do like a small rework, but I'm not going to or a small refactor, but I am not rewriting the item system again. If I rewrote the item system, it would literally be the fourth time I've rewritten it from scratch. Like, I've thrown it away entirely and rewritten it a few times. Testing in control, that's a pretty easy one to knock out. So if we can get these done, we'll be done with Sprint 9. And we can start with Sprint 10, which is... Hold on. Let me consult my board again. Can't go that far with the headphones. Sprint 10 is literally a code freeze and a cleanup, so Sprint 10 will go very quickly. What that will mostly entail, actually, we're going to take that, we're going to punt that off into Sprint 10. Yes. Actually, can you guys even see this shit? Maybe bring that up a bit. Alright, yeah, now you can see it. Holy shit. Alright, so yeah. We had figure out what an item rewrite would be. That's gonna be too much. I don't wanna think about that right now. I don't wanna deal with that. So we're gonna punt that off till later. No YouTube comments. We're good. It's been a pretty chill night. A bunch of people came in and hung out. It's pretty nice. So yeah, we're pretty much ready to go for this sprint. We need to get the flex state actually brought into and working into Decrypt. Once we have that, I think we're ready to call Sprint 9 good. So we'll probably start scripting and filming for that. I want to test in control because I started using the new input manager And I don't mind the new input manager. I just I have some complaints about it. And they aren't really getting addressed. But also, the complaint I have with Input Manager is the same complaint that I have with Dots. Input Manager, I have the same complaint that I have with Dots, and that is just the documentation was pretty bad. It could be better. I haven't looked at the documentation for Input Manager for roughly 6 months. Right? 6 months-ish. I finished that system up. And then I haven't looked at the documentation for Dots in probably 3 or 4 months, too. Now, that's got to be closer to 8 or 9 months. I don't think I've looked at that really since pandemic started, to be honest with you. And in my state, that was about March. If I remember right, I didn't do anything for my birthday. So, probably like beginning of March. So yeah, that's that. Either way, we'll be able to call this sprint good. And continue on our merry way. Looks like the green guys won this time. Let's check what some of these errors were. Okay, so it's just it was just a matter of them finding more objects than they were really trying to look for. And that's good because the way that the actual rooms are going to work, there's going to be one collider for the entire room. 2 colliders for the entire room. There's going to be a floor, and then there's going to be a wall collider. And now I bought this plugin that lets you do dynamic wall colliders. It looks really sick, and it should work really well with nav meshes. So then every room can be ridiculously optimized. And what can happen is the AI can just kind of roam free, happy, and not have to worry about how many things it has to process. Because the room will only consist of 2. The other things that might come up are the amount of players, which should never exceed 4. So then that gets you up to 6 colliders to process. And there could also be some items on the ground. So probably for the retail game, we will bump the amount of objects that can be processed to closer to 15. And I think that that would not cause a massive detriment in processing. In fact, just to see what the processing is, where the fuck is this object? Alright, so we will come in here, take a look at our stats. Alright, that does chunk down the CPU pretty hard. But once they're chasing, the frame rate goes up. The Wander state is honestly the most expensive state there is. Wander and Patrol. But that's still pretty unacceptable to have that kind of CPU load, so I'll have to come up with some better options. So we'll let it run. I'd be curious to see who wins this fight. Just because why not? The other thing that we're going to end up working on probably next week, because the next sprint is going to be boring as hell, so I probably won't stream that at all. Like, I probably won't stream Sprint 10 even a little bit, because it's probably going to be pretty boring. So next week I will probably work on the Ouya project again. I've been avoiding it if you can't tell. Um, we'll probably also work on Stream Tunes a little bit and Boba Cafe. Honestly, those three things will probably be it. Um, yeah, those would probably be the only things that really get messed with next week. The week after that would probably be about the same. I might look at doing a game jam. Uh, Especially if I can get the Ouya, like if I can get some traction on the Ouya project, I will look at doing a game jam for sure. The following week. And then if I'm still working on Sprint 10 the week after that, I'll definitely do a game jam because I don't want to have the same stale content for 3 weeks in a row. So yeah, that's that. This thread really perked up now that there aren't really any just kind of wandering around. So the expectation is this should be okay. I do want my code to be optimized enough to run physically on a Switch. Like I want it to be physically capable of processing on a Switch. So there's that. But I'm sure on Thursday we can get this integrated into Decrypt, and then we should be good to go. And then I think that's it for really what you'll see of Decrypt for a little while. But luckily the sprint after this, after 10, hold on, I gotta consult up. There you go. Ooh. Okay. So yeah, Sprint 10 is going to be boring, but Sprint 11 is going to be one of my favorites. It's probably going to be my favorite sprint, and it's probably going to be like a month-long sprint, to be honest. It's definitely going to be my favorite part of the roadmap. So Sprint 11 is going to be the level generation part of it, and I'm really excited. That is going to give us, oh no, am I losing packets? Oh no! Alright, we're back. Oh no! Anyway. Dang, green won by a long shot this time. Okay. That's interesting. The speed matters more than health. Alright, so yeah. So next week is going to be boring. Week after will probably be boring. Week after that, we'll probably do a game jam. And then the week after that will probably be where the fun begins, honestly. I'm really excited to get working on level generation. That's also going to entail puzzle design, like figuring out what puzzles should look like and how puzzles should work, what kind of puzzles are possible to have. So basically I want some puzzles to exist in the game that require multiple players to play. So like I want like, oh, somebody has to sit on a switch and in one room while the other guy runs through a door and then holds the door open on another switch. That's kind of like nothing crazy, but just simple puzzles that will take time and give the goblins a chance to kind of start putting the smack down on you, right? So some puzzle design, level generation, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I need to work out the lighting system. That I think is going to be my biggest issue because I am using bakery currently, but it might not work forever. Can't say that that's going to work for long. So that said, that's probably what the next couple of weeks are going to look like. That's really all I got. We got some good work done today. We got a new version of Boba Cafe, which just since pushing it live, we've gotten almost 10 people have updated to the latest version, which is nice. So I'm pretty happy about that. So some people have already downloaded the latest version. We also got some good work put in on Decrypt, on the AI, so I'm pretty happy about that too. But yeah, we're going to call it here, folks. We have hit our 2-hour mark in just a couple of seconds, so... But I appreciate anybody tuning in. Obviously appreciate any follows. And hit me up on the Twitters for any questions. Yeah, buddy. Alright. And with that, I bid you all adieu.